Morning, everyone. It's Friday. And we're only 3 hours away from our unload.
Call that.
You did call that, didn't you?
I did.
She's like, on Friday we were only going to have to drive for 3 hours, and she said that on Wednesday already. I'm like, I don't know about that. I think we'll have to drive more than that. I guess she's right.
I excelled at my professional navigation skills.
I slept here at the Esso in Brandon. The lot was so full that we couldn't have gotten out if we had wanted to. But luckily we knew that we were coming in late. And that most people would have left by the time we were leaving, so there's room for us to leave. An Esso card lock right next to a Timmy's. Got to get our Timmy's, don't we? We don't get Timmy's very often. We're not addicted to Timmy's like some people are. Man, there's got to be a lot of snow here. We're riding like a foot higher than the road, little road next to us on Timmy's. It's got to be compact, solid ice here. Yeah, we don't get Timmy's very often. I think we got Timmy's twice this winter in the truck. We got Timmy's at the airport too, so yeah, we get Timmy's every now and then, but we're not addicted like a lot of people are. Highway 1 West. We want to go to Highway 1 East. So we'll go the opposite arrow then.
Turn right on 18th Street North, then turn left.
Thanks, Carmen.
I know there was an Esso car lock here and the rest of it was an Esso car lock.
I'm gonna let him go first, even though I could have. Across the road there's an Esso card lock. Oh yeah, it used to be a Husky. Or it is a Husky, but they're both Essos now. They're both owned by the same company.
Turn left at the traffic light.
This is gonna be a little tricksy. Hopefully we get the green light at the same time, the turn signal and the forward, or else we cannot. If we get a turn signal first, we may not be able to sneak by the bed of his pickup. We'll see. Definitely have to keep my eyes on the mirrors. Oh, turn our lights on, eh? Good idea, huh? There goes a Bison. Full-length trailers, 2 full-length trailers. That is very common along Trans-Canada Highway. You need permits for that, and they limit you to which roads you can go. I'm glad we both got a green light, so this is not a problem. But yeah, Trans-Canada, they haul 2 full-length trailers. Makes my Super Bs look like toys. Okay, this isn't really Brandon. This is just, Brandon's actually just to the south in the valley, but this is the intersection where you turn off to get to Brandon, and because of that, you've got all these businesses that have developed at this intersection.
In 6 kilometers, keep left on Highway 1.
Keep left on Highway 1? Why would I have left Highway 1? Just waking up, did our pre-trip. Oh, there's some Caterpillar parts on that trailer. Wonder if he had to go through high security to load those things. Our engine brakes on. Piccadilly RV Center. Piccadilly RV Center. Petropass, yeah. There's. I bet that truck stop was full too. I have a red light again. Didn't time this out very well, did I? I gotta slow down because there's a red light. Now I got two red lights. Yeah, I'm just waking up. I've got poor judgment.
Need a shower?
Need a shower.
The co-equipment.
Oh yeah, there's a card lock. There's lots of card locks to the left, so there's at least four card locks here, all in the same area, and we can fuel up at 3 of the 4. It is beautiful weather. So we saw Esso, Husky, Petro, Co-op. What are we missing? Yeah, Chevron and Shell, yeah. So Flying J and the Chevron card lock missing.
You should drive for a little bit. Could have been before.
This is eastbound Highway 1 towards Winnipeg, just out of Brandon. Getting flat, getting flat. It's not perfectly flat yet. Not until you're in Pembina Valley. Then it is flat, flat. Basically the bottom of an old glacier lake, and it is flat. Snow here than in past years. Often here in Manitoba the fields are black, and this year I know my friends have been saying they've been getting lots of snow, and it shows. There's definitely more snow here than it has been in a couple of years, so that's good. Moisture is good. I know Saskatchewan really needed the extra snow, so yeah, more water is good. As long as it doesn't all melt at the same time.
In 2 kilometers, keep left on Highway 1.
Do I want to stay left? Do I want to go right? There's multiple ways to do this. You know what? I don't feel like doing small roads today. The fastest way would have been turning off before Brandon and taking small little roads, or not necessarily the fastest, but the shortest way. But I haven't taken this route for so many years.
Keep left on Highway 1.
Like, we've taken the small little roads past Miami, Manitoba, and those, they are technically a little bit faster, a little bit shorter. If they're in good condition, they're usually very bumpy. And the little bit of time you save and the kilometers you save, forget it. Let's take Highway 1. We'll go Highway 1 all the way to Highway 13, and then head south on 13, right to right between Winkler and Morden, and then we'll drive to Winkler, and then we'll head south till the 201, and then head into Oosterwijk from there. Yeah, it's the simplest way.
Still have all the rules appropriate.
In my head? Yes, I do. I know this area. This is an area I know inside out.
That would be the same in Michigan.
Yeah. Place you grew up and first got your drivers and then decided to explore. Well, I didn't know I wanted to be a truck driver then because I just lived for driving. I always in my truck driving. Ford Explorer, had a lot of kilometers on it just driving. So I know these roads. I know them pretty darn well. There's a problem though. I know these roads inside and out from an SUV perspective. Back then I never thought about, wonder how a Super B would handle around this corner. And all of a sudden a road that I think I know inside out, I'm like, whoa, this is tighter than I remember it. Right, I was an SUV. So I have to always think about that. It's like, just because I think I know these roads inside out, I didn't take them with a big rig. I know dispatch has questioned the roads I've taken in Manitoba before. He just goes, that's kind of out in the middle of nowhere. I'm like, not really, but I know these roads. I know where I'm going. I'm bypassing a huge city to drive through. Save myself half an hour. Yeah, I might take that. I might do that. I might just save myself half an hour. And this is Manitoba. Everything is in the middle of nowhere.
There's a lot of mile roads. You see that
A lot of southern Manitoba is split up by the mile. There is a road every single mile. Some of them in a lot better condition than others. Some of them are only drivable in the summer. Some of them are barely drivable in the summer.
I never last time.
Remember last time? I don't know.
Driving's everywhere.
In our pickup or?
It must have been there. Something. It was extremely
Horrible road? No, I don't think I've taken you on a horrible Manitoba road yet.
I think so. I know most of the Facebook stats. That's how bad it was.
A lot of safety cones here for some reason. Not sure why. Looks like big piles of gravel there too. Might be a construction project that going on there that they started in fall and haven't finished because of winter. A little car. Oh yeah. Little car. You're causing people to drive a little more aggressive because you're not paying attention. Forcing someone to pass on the right-hand side is actually illegal. We're catching up with this full-length 8 train. I guess it'd be an 8 train, right? see how many wheels this guy has. I'm guessing he's a 38 wheeler, but I could be wrong. Could be less, could be a 34 wheeler. Could be a 42 wheeler too. Depends if these trailers are Tridems or dual axle. Don't remember when he drove past. Probably just dual axle. I'm gonna guess 34 wheels. Believe I guessed right. 34 wheels, yep. One axle more than I have. Two full-length 53 footers. I don't think I've yet seen two Tridems hooked together, but I have seen a Tridem and a dual axle hooked together. So I think the most wheels I've seen on those guys has been 38 wheels. I've seen specialty trailers for those big construction, heavy-duty loads with a lot more wheels than that, but not a regular, every day of the road type of a trailer. On Wednesday, I predicted we would arrive at between 10 and 12. Now I predict we're going to arrive around 11:30, so I think I was pretty accurate. We weren't rushing though either. Because we knew we had the spare time, so we took our time and yeah, we don't have plans until later on in the day. Well, we do. Yeah. We'll drop these trailers somewhere and then go shopping and get everything ready for next week. And then when our cousins get off of work and stuff, we'll come over and hang out there. Highway of Heroes. Makes sense that this would be the Highway of Heroes. Brandon is the, not Brandon, Shiloh, Manitoba's military base of military bases. I believe one of Canada's bigger military bases. And this road would be going to Winnipeg, so it makes sense that this would be the Highway of Heroes. Sunshine today. Just flat land. This is what farmland looks like. To all you Michiganders out there that say you live in farmland, this is what farmland looks like. You guys live in a forest with a couple of small farms in between them. This is farmland. Not like I've had that debate 100 times. Jess's family? What? Oh, I haven't had that debate with Jess. No, I've had that debate a couple times with Jess. She learned it. I've won that debate. Not 100 times with Jess. Now there are some trees in Manitoba. You can see there's some trees, little bunches here and there. Most of them planted by humans to break up the wind. Most of the trees you find in southern Manitoba are not naturally there. Yeah, they're all straight lines, and all the shrubs are always they're all planted for a purpose. They're all, in fact, you'll see a lot of shelter belts have trees and then shrubs in the trees. You double planted. You planted the shrubs and the trees together, and they're all there just to slow the wind down, keep the wind from blowing all the topsoil off your field. I remember it would get so windy in Manitoba that small plants, like Mom had like a bunch of small tomato plants in the garden, they would literally get twisted off by the wind. Twist them off. You had to literally put barriers around the small plants so that the wind wouldn't destroy the small plants. Because it's so wide and open, you get some serious winds. It's not windy all the time like Pincher Creek. It's just when it does get windy, it gets very windy. Now this over here, this would be a natural little forested area. Looks so small and baby-like compared to British Columbia forests. Have to survive. Yeah, they're very stunted. They have to survive the harsh winters and the harsh summers here. They all look like little baby trees. See what's over this hill. Another hill.
See what was up the wildlife last night.
Yeah, that was kind of cool last night. I saw like a mirage. I'm like, there's something moving ahead of us. I'm like, what's moving ahead of us? I'm just moving fast. Right across the road, and as I got closer, I could see it was this big beast of a wolf, the size of a small deer. That was kind of neat. I moved over the road right in front of us. It blended in so well. I'm just like, am I seeing things? Is there something actually there? But yes, it was very fast. It was just bolting across the road. actually just saw it too, so I knew I wasn't seeing ghost wolves.
Definitely.
There's definitely moose around this area, yeah.
Feels like it.
No, Manitoba has moose. Also, the deer are bigger here than in British Columbia. Our deer are smaller in BC. Just like last time, I'm looking in the ditch, seeing if there's tracks. I don't see much for tracks in the ditch, so not a lot of wildlife over here. There's some tracks here and there, but isolated single tracks here and there. No herds. Anyway, I think I'll let you guys go. We'll see you guys either on Sunday or Monday. I don't know yet. Don't have a dispatch yet. We'll see. If we end up driving empty, we'll probably drive all of Sunday. If we end up getting loaded here somewhere, we'll drive Sunday evening to get to where we're loading. So we'll see. Hopefully they find a load for us, but if not, I'm okay running empty. The company does pay me for running empty miles, so it doesn't make a difference to me personally. For me personally, it would be better if they said I'm running back empty. I would be able to run all of Sunday, get back, make good money running, good time running empty miles. But for the company, it'd be better if they could get a load. And what's better for the company in the long run is better for me. So it'd be better to have a load.
So we get paid the same in the pyramids.
Yeah, well, while running in the flatlands here in the prairie, I get paid exactly the same rate, empty or full, because, well, honestly, I'm driving the same speed, right? So driving in the mountains loaded, I get paid more. This is something unique that I don't think you Americans understand. This is Canada. This is the biggest highway in Canada. This is the Trans-Canada Highway. In the US, this highway would be a freeway. There would be no intersections coming onto this road. You'd call it an interstate highway, right? This is a 4-lane highway, the biggest highway in Canada. Parts of it are a freeway where there are overpasses. There's no intersections. They're all on-ramps and off-ramps. But most of the highway is like this, where you have a lot of intersections. And then, every now and then, the highway gets closed because there's a train. Yes, the biggest highway in Canada gets closed because there's a train. It's quite a few places on Trans-Canada where you have to stop for a train. Just watch the lights click on and I have to stop. And it happens quite often. I haven't had to stop too often, but I've had to stop every now and then on the Trans-Canada. It says bumps. We're going to slow down. Sometimes the train's tracks can be a serious bump. Yeah, there's the one in Verdun we know we slow down to 50 kilometers. That one's not too bad. But all the loose snow falling off of trucks after it, you know that it's worth slowing down for that one. But yes, this is Trans-Canada Highway. And it gets worse than that. There's a couple places in BC where it's just a two-lane highway. Most of Ontario, it is a two-lane highway. Northern Ontario, it's a two-lane highway. And then as you get closer to the East Coast, it all turns into two-lane highway as well. Canada might be one of the biggest countries in the world, but we are probably one of the least populated countries of the world. Everybody lives basically from the Trans-Canada South. A little bit north of the Trans-Canada, but everybody lives on the south little rim of Canada. Most of the people live in Ontario and Quebec. That's where the biggest Canadian population is. So this is the biggest, busiest highway in Canada. Yeah, I know. The interstates put this thing to shame. But this is the biggest, busiest highway in Canada. What's that?
Don't forget about the bumps.
Don't forget about the bumps. Yeah, it's like riding that horse. Yippee-ki-yay. But yeah, I should let you guys go, like I said. So you guys have a great day. Thanks for watching. We'll see you after the weekend. You guys have a great weekend.